Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at techtrader.com. It is Monday, the 13th of February, and these are the charts of the day. A very good day on Wall Street to start, and I wanted to point out some very interesting bullish patterns that I'm continuing to look closely at and may trade. I'm interested in a couple of these for swing trade potentially too. AT. I've been watching it since it went public. That was back in November, when it came out around 17, and eventually within a week or so, I was trading down 11. But after popping and coiling, popping and now flagging, I'm thinking, and having gone from 11 to almost 29.40 actually, the consolidation that's taking place is very bullish in my mind, and it looked close to being broken out. Above 28.20, I think the stock goes to 32.3 and maybe high 30s, possibly 40. EYX popped Friday and pulled back, and today came right back again. It's kind of a inside day, so to speak, but more importantly, you have a triple top in here, and if you can get through it, you probably see 77. China Automotive has me intrigued. I love this pop coil, pop wedge, and pop mini wedge. We have another, if this is the fifth wave, and this is only wave 1 and 2, we could see 3, 4, and 5, and get this into the low to mid-teens. For starters, keep an eye on CAAS. COTY's been on a tear and a beautiful chart since it based out in the October-November period. Broke out here around 7.25 on the November the 10th, 3 months ago. And ever since then, it's been stair-stepping its way higher. With today's spike up to my target at 11, closing at 11.19, up 78 cents or 7.5%, and stepping back a little bit. You'll see this is the highest level on COTY since early 2020, when it reached 13, and earlier that year, 14. So 13, 14 is my next target zone for COTY. The HT in the shipping sector, very strong surge, and an inside day Friday, and it followed through. Beautiful day today. 10.16 at 11.25, finished 11.15, up 77 cents, 7.5% gain on increasing volume. Target 12.5 or more. Fsly, really like the way it based out after a long decline, which saw it go from 142 down to 7. Wow. Well, the base broke out here, and then it pulled back, tested the moving average, and a platform was created right there. Then they surge off of that platform bottom, 972 to 1308, almost 50% today from top to bottom. Finished 1255 up 268, and you can see that my target would have to be a retest near the 14.5 area, followed by a secondary target in high teens. Mndy, a long decline, like many stocks. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave decline, then a rebound. And this looks like an inverse head and shoulders. And it tested the shoulder line here. That would be your shoulder line. Tested it, bounced off, and it's been in a 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth wave started today, I think, but it's not done. Looks like 160 and 175 at least would be targets. Mndy. OCUL with a huge day, 28 million shares, 37% gain, and a pop, an explosive move. And so I go from a low of 430 to a high of 612. The close was 385 or so, so a huge move. And then a pullback to 529. Now, with 28 million share trade, the biggest ever traded in the stock that I can see, it moved through this level, could get it probably up into that area around 9. That's my intermediate target. OPRA, OPRA exploded and went through the channel top today with a big spike up from 780 to 912, finished 834 though. Still up 73 cents or about 10%. Mine picked up to 1.7 million. For this stock, a lot. It's a software stock. Next target might be somewhere, I would have to say around 10.5. PERI, one of my favorites for the last 2 or 3 years, and twice the swing trade. Very successful originally at 5 3/4, now in the 33 range. You can see though, we get to this level, we're looking at high 30s. Great chart. Seed, well, it broke out of the wedge today and then pulled back a little bit, but it was still up 57 cents or 6.5%. His volume picked up to the best in about 3 weeks, almost a month. If this has any follow through to 975 in the next day or so, we should set test of the 1065 area, and then I'm looking at 12.25, 12.5. Teradata exploded on a really strong earnings report. 34 to 39.95, almost 40. Finished 39.58, up 531 or 15.5%. That's a big move on 4 million shares. coming out of the base and coming through the declining top sign, and now has room to run. Although you can see it backed off a quadruple top in here. It's going to have to get through that to get to the next target at 44. Technical glass, the tech trader swing. Nice rebound today. A bit. Went from up about $1 or about 3%, but more importantly, it held the trend line and bounced off of it. And now that coil or flag pattern could be a target in the high 30s and then 41. TMDX also popped. 624 or 10%. Closed just under 70. That's the highest close I've ever seen on a stock in history. So more room for the upside, perhaps 75 is a target. Swing trade Toast, beautiful reversal today. It popped from 22.5 to 24.5, finished 24.25 up 146 or 6.5%. Now we're watching to see if this can get over 24.75, and I'm looking at 26.7 and 29.30. TWOU, after basing, breaking out and retesting, today sprung right back, jumping from 963 to 1098, finished 1094, up 106 or almost 11%. Now it has designs on a retest with a high of 13, followed by 14 and 17. And finally, VRCA, beautiful base pattern, breakout wedge, popped there with volume, see it? Ran up the line, got the resistance, and made a new high today. My target are 9.5, 11.5. So look at the best stocks of the hottest stocks that I saw today at thetechtrader.com. Good night, everybody.